Welcome everyone to the
Oh, Wilson, you're on
Somnium
the wrong microphone,
Show.
Wilson. You're on the
We'll
wrong
be,
microphone.
yeah, Wilson, maybe you can
I
change
had
your
the
microphone.
microphone on the top of my head.
That's how it's done, baby.
Okay, are we
So,
live?
yeah, we're
Just
live.
like with
Welcome everyone
glasses.
to the Somnium
We're
Show, where we'll
live.
be
Hello, everyone.
interviewing the wonderful and awesome, affable companion himself, Woofer Blast. Say hi to all the wonderful
Woofer.
viewers, Woofer Blast.
Thank you for coming.
Woofer
Yay.
Blast here
All
has been
right.
a member of the
I can't
Somnium
promise I
Space
know the
community.
answers.
No problem. You're in a hot seat. Get ready.
Yeah, get
It's
ready.
literally
Uh-oh.
hot. There's a
Okay.
fireplace here. Ah, all right. Yeah,
Yeah, please.
shall I ask some questions or how do we do it? Yeah, I can do
Yeah.
it. I can do it. I can start. I think everyone
Okay.
asks one question. So how
Yes.
many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 questions should be more than enough. All right. And please don't answer yes or no. That's not the format of this show. Okay. Just saying.
I have to go into
All right.
details. Okay.
All right, Wolfer. Look, I first of all, I love that you are part of our community.
Well, thank you.
You're doing really a lot in terms of like in the digital realm, I would say. And I'd say my first question would be, or the only question I'd have would be, how did you stumble upon VR? Like, what brought you to VR?
Oh, that's easy. It was Blake Hotz. He had a music stream. We were just playing music, and one day he started talking about this thing called Somnium Space, and the more the show went on, week after week, he quit talking so much about music and more about Somnium Space. And I said, "What's this Somnium Space thing?" So I went and checked it out, and Blake showed me around, showed me how to use the transporter, how to get around, and how to change avatars and some of the basic things. And that's how I got into it. He sort of mentored me and got me into it.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to
then I got
Blake.
hooked.
Woo!
And I'm still here. Well,
All right.
and I can't wait for VR1 and for the new Somnium Space 3.0.
Yeah.
I'm hyped
Yep.
for that.
So
I'm hyped for that too. All right, that's a good story. I remember first Blake's party, like it was on the parcel of Artific, I think, and next to the city center. And I remember like I didn't know like who Blake was just a guy who came in, and then like he just decided to throw a party on a parcel, and I was somewhere else completely. And I remember like vividly, there was a different event happening, and I was walking from that event past that parcel because I want to see like what are these people gathering there. Like I saw this on the map, right? And I walked past this parcel, and there's like this music, and people like partying, and he's running around. I'm like, what the hell? Hello, everyone. What's going on here? And they're like, yeah, we're having party. We're having a stream. I'm like, damn, that's amazing. So I stayed there, and yeah, the rest is history. So Blake, if you're
Wow.
watching,
yeah, we love you,
Yeah,
Blake.
thank you, Blake.
Yeah, remember where he
Alright,
did like
alright.
a
Nikki.
48-hour stream? Remember that, guys? The
Yeah,
party?
yeah.
That was
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
But let's go to Nikki. Nikki, do you have any question to Wolverblast?
I guess not.
Okay.
No, I do. I do.
No?
I'm just trying to think of a good one.
Okay. It's okay. You can ask me anything. I'm not
All right.
sure I'll know the answer, but I'll make it up if I don't.
If you could have it all laid out, all mapped out in front of you right now, how would your ideal what would your ideal last day on Earth be like?
Ooh. I think I don't have a lot of friends close to me, nearby anymore. So I have one sister. I just like to be with people that I love, and that's just about it. That's all that matters. Just being with the people you love, and hope it's an easy trip. That's that's about all I could hope for, and hope that nobody holds anything against me, and I wasn't too bad, and that's about it. That all my sins are forgiven. If there were any, there probably were. I forgot about them, and I could just go on to the happy place,
Yeah.
wherever the happy place is,
Wherever it may be.
and see my parents and my brothers. I had 2 brothers, and see them and my aunts and uncles. I have, God, 18 aunts and 18 uncles. No, not aunts and 9 uncles.
Wow.
A lot of people
Wow.
catch up with.
Oh, nice.
But
Sounds like a real
Yeah.
great party.
Yeah.
yeah, so I just hope it's an easy trip, because I've seen people suffer badly when their time came, and I hope that
Then the
doesn't
trip,
happen.
then the trip is even more fun then.
Yeah,
At the end.
that's my last.
Oh my
day.
God. Okay. Somebody else ask a nice
Where'd
question.
that come from?
So sad though.
A day of reflection.
Nikki got me messed up now.
Let's
I'm
pass
sorry.
it on to Slow
kidding.
Loris. Slow Loris, how are you,
Okay.
man? Ask
Uh-oh.
away.
Hey, I've got a question about the BBS. I ran one really shortly
Wow.
for a work thing long ago.
All right.
And so you're still, I can't believe that it's sort of like ham radio. It's like, do
Right.
young people
Yeah.
actually use BBS?
Yeah, there are a lot of people still doing it. It's mostly old guys that had a BBS, a long time ago, and they're just getting back into it. But there are a lot of them, and there's networks. I'm on one called FSXnet. Some guy in New Zealand started that, and all the bulletin boards are connected together, and it's a lot of fun. It's hard because the software is all obsolete, and it's hard getting the right software and getting everything to work together. But it's fun. I ran one back in the 90s with Searchlight bulletin board software. I'm using Mystic now. Do you remember what your bulletin board software was that you used?
No, I can't remember.
No. It's they're all so different too. If you change, you have to get used to all the new command lines and all the stuff, and trying to get it to work together. Worrying if it's 64-bit or 32-bit. It's hard to get anything to work in 64-bit. So, and that's what my computer is. So, I'm putting another one on a Linux computer right now, though.
Nice.
And I'm gonna
I
have
think
a
you can run a lot of things in compatibility mode, right?
I think
Do
so,
what?
yeah. If you right click on it and then you say like run, but
Compatibility mode for
yeah.
running old stuff.
It'll all work. I mean, it's all still there. Gopher's still there. Gopher servers are still online, which is like the internet before the internet. It's all still there. People are working to keep it up. It's like a giant interdimensional
Cool.
Wikipedia, it's all connected together. And if you don't, the thing about it is it's non-graphical, most of it. So people hate to read, so not too many people are into it. Any younger people anyway, but it's mostly a nostalgia kind of thing, old guys getting back into it.
can you tell
It's
us
amazing
more?
what can be done. Well, what do you want to know?
Like, what was it like pre-internet days when, everyone to communicate had to use a bulletin board? It seems like it was such
Even I
like
remember it.
Well-
What are you talking about?
It wasn't pre-internet. It was pre-World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Which everything you use a web browser for, and which is like 90% of what we do anymore, or less. We use apps or something like that. A bulletin board was
Yeah, bulletin boards are amazing.
DOS
feels
based,
so cool.
basically, and I had my first computer was an old computer, had 2 floppy drives, and it wasn't a 3.5-inch floppy drives. It was the, what were they?
5
4
and a
and a
quarter.
quarter, 4 and a quarter. They were 5 and a quarter.
5
They
and a
were
quarter,
big.
Yeah.
5 1/4. Yeah, had 2 of those. And when somebody called my bulletin board, I could hear my computer in the corner going.
Nice.
You know, you could actually hear the drives grinding. And I had everything on 2 floppies. Finally, I got me a hard drive. You have bulletin boards have files you can upload and download too. You can put anything on there you want people to upload and download. And of course, if you only have 2 on there, so it's mostly text-based stuff, you know, information,
Did
jokes,
corporations and
goofy
companies also like run them
ANSI
that
pictures, and silly stuff mostly. And I had to keep, people were always uploading stuff like how over and over again. You'd have to delete it, and you have to keep an eye on things to keep people in line.
why
It's sort of like
what
a
would
Discord,
happen
you know, but
if,
with,
people would you
you
get
can play
like
games.
in
A
trouble?
lot of simple games you can play on bulletin boards. I'm installing some now. Of course, it's hard to find ones that work since they're so old and obsolete and everything. But I'm gonna get more. And I'm connecting my bulletin board to my old computer I call Bunker 3. So I'm gonna have a bulletin board within a bulletin board, so you can call
Cool.
one from the other. I guess it could be my backup. If you couldn't go in through the front door, you could go through the IP another way. That's another thing. You have to have a standard IP, not a dynamic IP, but a static IP.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
you know what an IP address is, right?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Right.
No. So
Yes.
if your IP changes, which is like on mine, every time the power goes out or I unplug the router, the IP changes, and I have to hunt around for a server with a IP that'll allow me to forward the ports. Telnet, which my computer bulletin board's a Telnet bulletin board, so you have to use the Telnet protocol, and that goes through port 23, and you have to be able to figure out how to forward port 23 from your router to the right computer. You know, not to all the computers, but to the right one. And Verizon, thankfully, doesn't know what they're doing, so they have some servers with forwarding on port 23 still. You have to hunt around. I plug it in, and I unplug it, plug it in, unplug it, until I get an IP that works. Don't tell anybody. Oh no, it's streaming.
Crazy.
Oh my God, I'm cooked now. Well, forget I said that. Next question.
I have like a question about bulletin
I
boards.
didn't say anything about IP addresses.
Can I
Molly,
ask what
do you have any
BB is or
questions for
whatever that
Wilson?
thing was called?
The what?
BB?
BBS.
What is that?
BBS,
The acronym.
Bulletin Board System. Just stands for Bulletin
A
Board
what?
System. Bulletin
Okay.
Board System. And they're called bulletin boards because they were used mostly just for messages at first. You know, just
Nicky, it's not
leaving
BBC,
messages.
okay? It's a different thing.
Yeah, nothing to do with the
BBC, the TV
BBC.
channel.
I said BB.
Yeah,
I know.
we just called them boards.
BB is the car, you know, like you do beep beep, beep beep.
Oh, yeah, beep, beep.
That's what my brain feels like when you guys are talking about it.
It's it's a lot to remember. I used to know everything about them, you know, but now I'm getting back into it again. It's like I have to study again. I have to get my books out and figure out the right commands and all these things. But
This is
I
so
love
weird.
a
You've
challenge.
got one foot in the future and one foot in the past.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they can work together. I think
We should
It's
put
still the same
MS-DOS
internet.
into VR. Can you imagine? You're like walking through this
Ooh.
black
Oh, yeah.
thing with like
ASCII.
floating letters, and you can just
Yeah.
put on the console. Like just MS-DOS VR should be the best app ever. Who is up to do
If
it
I
with me?
can
Come
ever-
on,
Yo,
we
let's
should build it. We
go.
should build it.
if I can ever get past your web browser, I'm gonna be doing it. So look out.
You can just go to web browser and boom, you're there.
No,
Wait.
yeah,
Can
but
I-
you can't get a terminal. You can't get a
MS-DOS.
terminal.
Wait,
for
wait.
that.
MS-DOS online. I'm checking. 1 second. Online. MS-DOS online. And let's do here. Let's see.
Yeah, but you need more than that.
Okay,
You
here.
have to have a terminal.
Wait. It's working. Man, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's not
really
just
working.
MS-DOS.
Love it.
You have to have a actual terminal, so your command line
wait.
stuff.
Yeah, I have the command line. I'm posting in it.
But it's
Wait,
DOS.
what was the
though.
command? Give me some good command for
CD? Does CD work with
Telnet.
MS-DOS?
CD.
Well,
CD.
Now
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
DOS. See?
Oh yeah, it
Try-
worked.
Yeah,
Oh my
but that's
God.
DOS. That's not a terminal. You're still
I'm not going to
running
ask
a
what that is.
program within a program, sort of. With a
But
terminal,
I'm
you can
running it
type
in my.
something
You know,
like.
I'm running it in my browser here, right in front of myself. Like this is cool.
But try telling type telnet. Let's see. Space
Type.
TELNET. Now, if this works, you'll know you got it. Then
Type telnet. Okay.
telnet space.
Well, that'd
and
be
Fi
great.
telnet not
woofer-
found.
Oh.
No, no.
I
The
won't.
word telnet, TELNET,
Yeah.
and space, and then woofer,
Telnet.
WOOFER dot V6
Woofer
Dot.
dot v6.
dot V6.
Yeah. v6 dot.
Okay. Dot rocks, ROCKS.
I love
Row.
it.
And see if,
Okay.
if
Okay. Telnet space woofer
You
dot
ma-
v6 dot rocks. Right.
right.
Drum
Now,
roll,
you probably don't
please.
have telnet installed.
Oh.
We'll see.
Is that a C sharp?
Illegal comment telnet. It says.
Yeah.
Oh,
see,
yo, they
yeah.
had to do that for safety.
You don't have
reasons?
telnet
I love to do
installed.
some illegal stuff. Great.
No, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
It's not illegal at all. It's just forgotten. It's forgotten technology. It's all
You know,
still
I'll
there.
tell to my kids, guys. Yesterday I was doing illegal stuff in MS-DOS on my web browser in VR. Okay, boys, we're going back.
No, no,
Going
no.
back.
It's not hacking. It's not
But it
illegal.
feels like
it's
it,
not,
bro. That's like
yeah, well,
the
feels
beauty
like
of it. You feel so cool. Like
people
I'm
are
a
so
hacker.
used to
mean-
using a web
Okay,
browser
wait,
for
I'll-
everything.
Yeah, it just looks cool too. Like I have this MS-DOS here right in front of myself, like in browser, you know, like floating in front of me. So that's good. That's
Yeah, but
looking
see,
good.
MS-DOS is still a level above a terminal. Terminal's the command
Yep.
line stuff
Yeah.
that you run MS-DOS with, you know. So, or you could do Gophers. You could access a Gopher server, or you could what else? FTP. You
Yeah.
could type FTP : / I don't have an FTP server set
Yo,
up. but
guys,
you
we're
could
surfing the
do
web within
FTP
the web.
with command line too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the web within the web, exactly.
Yeah.
Glass, can you tell us more about your career as a web developer?
Well,
How did
I
that start?
started-
Where did it begin?
it started when I was doing this bulletin board stuff. I had a friend who got a job with the first internet provider in the area,
AOL?
in the tri-state.
Was it or is
No,
that,
no,
is that,
no,
is that
that's-
ISP?
no. It was Internet Access Cincinnati. It
Yo,
was
did
called.
they
It was
have
in
like
Hamilton.
a bunch of
It's
CDs
actually
or
in,
something?
it was just an old house with a few computers in a closet.
Wow.
You know, that was it. And a brother and sister ran it.
Wow.
And they said, we need somebody to create web pages for our service. I said, cool, I'll do it. Dave, what's a web page? You know, I asked his name was Dave too. I said, what's a web page? So that I got started that way, and I learned really quick and started doing that for a while until got a real job. I didn't get paid for that. I just got free access.
Nice.
You had to have a shell. It's hard to explain. You had to have a shell account back then, and a trumpet WinSock, which is a little piece of software that would dial in. You know, there wasn't all this easy stuff you have now. Everything was hard. But years later, I got a job with Lockheed Martin.
Cool.
Actually, I was contracted from them to the EPA. I did on the EPA's websites and databases
What's the
and things like
EPA?
that.
Isn't that like a
Environmental Protection Agency.
I
with
thought he
Lockheed
said
Martin?
UPA.
it's-
UPA.
Environmental Protection Agency.
What does that have to do with
Yeah,
Lockheed
EPA.
And Martin? Don't they make like guns or something? Like
Well, we were just
rockets?
contractors.
Oh.
We just knew about the stuff, and they hired us. Yeah, we didn't make any tanks or anything like that. we just worked on web pages, my job, and databases and things like that. And it was when I got that job, God, that was really hard. I had to actually know something. And I get these books and study, and one time, and like it was so much responsibility because a whole EPA database goes down or something, and you had to fix it. And the servers were in North Carolina. I didn't have access to them. And I remember one time they said, well, you have to update this database in North Carolina. I said, oh, okay. So I had to get out and get a book. I bought this foot-thick book on Perl,
Oh, wow.
which is a programming language, and had to learn enough of that to figure out what I was doing.
Wow, you know
And then I got
Pro, that's
home.
amazing.
A little bit. And I got home and I said, well, here we go. I pressed my key. A couple of my friends were with me. I said, get ready to run, you guys. Enter, and it went, shh, and it worked. Like, oh my God, I won't get fired on Monday. Yay. Stuff like that. It was terrible. It was a good job. I mean, it paid well and everything. And God, they bought you all the software you wanted. Since they didn't know anything about what you're doing anyway,
You could just ask
we'd
for
just say,
whatever
hey,
you
we need
want.
this and we need
Nice.
that. And, yeah, and they'd get anything you want. It's just government money. We've got an unending supply of government money.
Tax money, bro.
And
They
they'd send us
just
on
print more.
trips and, conventions and stuff like that. And we were supposed to be going to these meetings and taking notes and making reports. And this other guy I worked with, he wouldn't even show up. They'd show up for like 5 minutes just to say they were there, then they'd go party somewhere. But I came back from one of these conventions and made a big report. And my boss said, damn, Dave, I said you made a report, you made me a book. I said, well, I said I wanted to be thorough, try to do a good job here. But it was fun.
You gave your boss homework? Yikes.
That's boss. Yeah, that's great,
yeah.
bro.
They expect to read,
Yeah,
a little 1 or 2 page report.
Totally.
I've got a book, illustrations and everything in there.
Illustrations.
Amazing
But,
stories,
yeah,
man. Let's pass
the whole
the
time
mic
I was still
on to
messing around.
Wilson. Wilson, what questions do you want to
Listen,
ask Wooferglass? Wilson, you there, bro?
Yes.
Wilson. Oh, yeah.
speak up.
So Woofer, you've done quite a lot in the past. What do you see coming in the future that could link in with the
wow.
past?
Well, I think the way it's going is people will have to know less and less, unfortunately. I think to access all this good stuff because, they won't have to work for it. It's like when people started using web browsers, you just type in the web address, the URL, and it takes it to a site. Nobody even thinks about how it works, the underlying technology behind it. And that's the way AI and virtual reality is going too. I think people are just going to take it for granted, and all these people are working on it, working hard on it, and it'll just become so second nature to most people. They won't think about it anymore. I think the day will come too where we're not using keyboards or computers anymore for it. That seems like an archaic way to do it.
Yeah.
I think we'll just be plugged right into it.
Like with the
You know,
links,
eventually.
AR. Yeah. That's what I see, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you'll just think about going to your favorite porn site or whatever, and you'll be there. You won't have to. You
That's
don't
why
have to worry about
technology
typing.
exists, baby.
Why immediately
Dave's
that?
favorite porn.
Any other example? Any other example?
Well, that's just an example.
Right.
You
That's
could
just
go
an
Don't watch
example.
porn. Don't do
You
it.
could go to Walmart too. Yeah, you won't have to. It'll just be in your head.
Bad for you.
The
Exactly.
trouble with
This is bad for
keeping
your
it out
eyes.
of your head.
Yo, you won't have to watch it. It'll just be in your head.
Turn
It'll
on
just be there.
blue light filter on the monitor, then you're safe. You can do it. You can watch.
But what if
it's
it?
becoming?
Oh, that's actually kind of. Oh. Dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah, it's disturbing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the
everything's
whole
becoming
people
more sensory too. You
hopped
know,
up.
like with full body tracking and sensors,
Tesla
all
suit.
over your body.
You can feel lots of stuff in Tesla suit. I'm just saying. I'm not indicating anything, nor I'm
could be
suggesting
dangerous.
anything. I'm just saying you can feel a lot of stuff with Tesla suit. A lot of
Could be
stuff.
dangerous though. I mean, people could attack you, or beat
Or
you
you can
up,
attack yourself.
or you can attack yourself.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of
Do
stuff,
you,
I attacked
right?
myself
do you think
yesterday.
design with,
I fell
do you
against a
think in
wall,
time
got a
that
big
people
old bump on my
forget
head.
how to code?
I hope not.
Do you think that's
But I think that's what's
that
happening.
people
I
would
think
forget?
things will get more and more technical, and people will get less and less technical. You know what I mean? Like
We'll become
they
dependent.
won't have to. They're totally dependent, and we almost are there now.
You already are.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a good
yeah.
point.
Yeah. You make an appointment, you get on the internet. You want to see what your friends are doing, you get on the internet. You want to see what the weather is, you get on the internet. And instead of sticking your head out the window, you just get on the internet.
Yeah,
check
and
the
remember
weather channel.
maps? Remember maps when we had to actually use
Yeah.
a map?
Remember map?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. No, like, bro, I can't even like. It's crazy now how dependent we've become on. I don't know. You know,
Sure.
it's inevitable.
Like somebody
Maybe.
tries to figure out what 20 times 2 is, they'll just load up the calculator on their computer and tap on it, instead of thinking about it for a few
My
minutes.
timer went
And
off.
Yeah.
we'll be able to
What
do
does
a
that
lot
mean?
more, though.
It's a bob.
means
It's a
we're-
bob.
I don't know.
Fascinating. The future is ours, though. I mean, as long as we
Oh
believe
yeah,
in
it's
ourselves.
exciting. It's there's going to be so much to do.
Yeah. Awesome. We're gonna
I'm
pass
gonna-
the mic on to Oli. Oli.